Yeah, and that's something I want to get into too, is like the fans and like
Mm.
having a following. Has that changed how you like live at all? Just knowing that you're kind of like, in some ways, having a million people like is a big deal, you know?
Yeah, I
Like
mean, it
people
doesn't. I
watch.
just yeah, it's weird. I don't think I navigate any differently. If anything, I'm more cautious about like people's feelings. I know a lot of people who've gotten a little bit of a following. They kind of get a little bit of a different air about them, like a little bit of a cockiness. But I mean, it's humbled me beyond belief. I feel like, and I don't know, especially because my content, I want to keep my character all through and through because I really love the person I am in my TikToks, and so trying to become that person in real life is like a big goal of mine as well. So
Yeah, that's awesome. So I and I think a lot of people can relate to this just because the nature of how like the TikTok algorithm works. But like I have a video, I think it's at like 3.5 million right now,
oh
but
yeah.
it's not something I'm like proud of or something I'd want to be known for. So what would your advice be to somebody who like went viral, but it's not really something they want to continue, like that theme of video
Mhm.
that went viral?
Well, yeah, I mean, TikTok's a place where anyone can go viral. You don't have to have a following, and you can turn anything into anything. If you do want to try and pursue some sort of social media or influencer lifestyle like that, if you have one video that did really well, I mean, like for me, the cat, like I had never in my life, I'm a photographer, and I always thought I was going to make content like Peter McKinnon or Casey Neistat. Um, but I mean, I've always loved making people laugh and smile. So I just drew what I could from the content that did well, and I just expanded on that. Of course, I kept making cat content. So say you have that video, probably just keep doing it, and then you can make that shift happen later. You might not like it in the beginning, and I don't. And this is only if you do really think you want to try this sort of lifestyle of making content like that. If not, then just might not be for you, and that's completely fine too. But kind of go through the dirt a little bit, make the content that you may not be so proud of, and then start to shift. If it's a complete 180 of who you are, then maybe that was just a viral video, and it's just gonna stay that way, and that's okay too.
Yeah, because I think it's super weird when you post something, you wake up the next day, and I'm sure you experienced this at the beginning, and then
Mhm.
all of a sudden you've got millions of people that have seen it, and then like for me personally, I think I got, like I said, 3.5, and I woke up the next day with 8,000 followers, and I'm like,
What was the video?
um, again, it's like not something I'm super proud of, but like I took a sound of somebody yelling, and then I
Mhm.
made up like a story about how my mom was mad at my little brother or something, and
Oh
people.
yeah, yeah. Okay, something like that.
And so I don't know. It's just it's a strange thing to all of a sudden get that much attention. So
Yeah.
that leads me to a question about numbers. We kind of talked about your followers too, but when you post, how conscious are you of how many views and likes and comments and everything you're getting?
Um, I would like to say that I don't care about the likes and views, but I do, and not for my ego, but because I know that people want to see my content, and a lot of times the TikTok algorithm is so jam packed that I do know, and I've spoken with my growth strategist, someone who kind of works with the algorithm, and she's like works with the people who code it and everything. So I know that it can kind of miss some things sometimes. And so I will delete posts if they don't do well because I want all my followers to be able to see them. So I'll repost them later on and try again. In the beginning, I would get let's say when I was getting like maybe 15,000 likes consistently, there was like a good couple weeks where that was like the best I would do. And I didn't really even care. I enjoyed it. And like my friends would send me screenshots like, this video did so well. And I was like, oh wow, I didn't even like look at it. Like I just wouldn't know. I tried to keep myself pretty like humble like from that because I didn't know how it would affect me. I know social media or like, and I don't want to say influencer, but like that sort of lifestyle, where I make a content creation lifestyle. That's something I've been chasing after for a very, very long time. And if you know me, you know that. And so I just didn't know how it would affect me. And so I wanted to keep myself from the beginning conditioned to not really, looking at the numbers too much and letting that affect me.
Yeah, and I think you touched on an important thing there, and it's like you've been kind of wanting to be a creator for a long time. Like I met you at film school, you know,
Yeah,
like
right. Yeah.
you were always taking pictures, you were always working on your Instagram and just trying to make content that people like. So I think that's probably a good point. Is there's a difference between somebody who's aspired to be a content creator and somebody who kind of fell into it, and how they
Right.
handle the numbers.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and there's like some people fall into it and love it, and they realize that that's what they were made to do. And some people will chase after it for years, get it, and that's not for them. That's not what they want to do. So I'm lucky. I kind of got lucky. I wanted to do it, and I really still love doing it.
Yeah.
Since
Well, lucky is, I don't know if that's the right word, because you're definitely working hard. Like consistency it takes to do what you're doing is great.